This is Macomb Paranormal Investigations and Research. I am your host, Don Alter, and welcome into the shadows. What if a man died inside a secured research laboratory, but his credentials were used after his death? What if the cameras, access logs, and artificial intelligence all told slightly different stories? And what if the evidence suggested the impossible, but the impossible had somehow learned how to manipulate the evidence? That is where the N-9 protocol begins, and where readers first meet Detective Mara Calehart. I am Don Alter, author of the Detective Mara Calehart Paranormal Murder Mysteries. I am also a military veteran, a retired Detroit police officer with 25 years of experience, and the founder of Macomb Paranormal Investigations and Research. Before becoming a police officer, I spent several years working as an insurance investigator. I investigated questionable deaths, including suspected homicides and suicides, seeking the truth behind what happened before insurance claims were paid. That work taught me to look beyond the first explanation, recognize inconsistencies, and follow the facts wherever they led. It also gave me valuable investigative experience long before I carried a police badge. Many people first came to know me through paranormal investigations. That work is still an important part of who I am, but it is only one part of my story. I am also a serious author who combines years of police experience, an education in criminology and behavioral medicine, and years of paranormal research to create murder mysteries that live in the uneasy space between what can be proven and what cannot easily be explained. My books do not ask the reader to accept every strange occurrence as supernatural. In fact, they do the opposite. They ask the reader to follow the evidence, question appearances, and decide what is real. At the center of the series is Detective Mara Calehart, a strong-willed lead detective in the state's CIB homicide unit. Mara is intelligent, experienced, persistent, and not easily intimidated. She does not need to be the loudest person in the room to take control of an investigation. She notices the detail others dismiss, listens when a witness hesitates, and understands that one small inconsistency can break open an entire case. She is also human. Mara carries loss, private doubts, and memories that sometimes follow her into the quiet hours after a case. Those experiences have made her tougher, but they have not made her cold. She understands victims, respects the dead, and refuses to reduce a human life to evidence in a file. Mara recognizes when something does not fit a conventional explanation, yet never abandons the facts. She will consider the paranormal, but not as an excuse for careless police work. Before she calls anything impossible, she tries to eliminate every human explanation. That balance is one of the reasons so many women have connected with her. Mara is strong without being invincible, compassionate without being weak, and independent without becoming a stereotype. She makes difficult decisions, accepts the consequences, and keeps moving forward even when a case becomes personal. The first book, The N-9 Protocol, introduces Mara through a case unlike anything she has encountered before. Dr. Elias Cormund is found dead inside a secured research laboratory. The room should have been inaccessible. The digital records should have provided a clear timeline. Instead, a login appears after his death, and the laboratory's artificial intelligence system, known as Trace, raises more questions than it answers. Was the evidence altered by a living person? Was Dr. Cormund involved in something that made him a target? Could an advanced computer system manipulate the investigation? Or had Cormund's research opened a door that was never meant to be opened? Mara must determine whether she is investigating an expertly concealed murder, something connected to consciousness after death, or a disturbing combination of both. The N-9 Protocol is a murder mystery built around evidence, motive, opportunity, and human behavior. The paranormal adds uncertainty, but the investigation remains at the heart of the story. Overseeing them is Captain Alden Grayson, a seasoned CIB commander who has known Mara for years. He understands her strengths, her stubbornness, and her tendency to keep digging after most people would have stopped. Grayson is a leader with experience, judgment, and responsibility for the people under his command. He can be skeptical, but he knows that dismissing something is not the same as explaining it. He protects his detectives when they have earned his support and demands conclusions that can survive scrutiny. Mara follows the evidence. Grayson makes them prove it. Around them are victims, suspects, families, and witnesses with their own fears, secrets, and reasons to lie. My goal is to give readers suspense without relying on excessive gore. I want the tension to come from the investigation, the atmosphere, the psychology of the suspects, and the moment when one piece of evidence changes the meaning of everything that came before it. After several years as an insurance investigator and 25 years as a Detroit police officer, I understand that investigations are rarely neat. Witnesses leave out details. Suspects mix truth with lies. Evidence can lead one way until a single fact forces detectives to reconsider the entire case. My paranormal work adds a different kind of discipline. At Macomb Paranormal Investigations and Research, we debunk and explain reported activity before calling it paranormal. That evidence-first philosophy runs through the Mara Calehart series. I do not tell readers what they must believe. I place the evidence in front of them, let the detectives argue over what it means, and invite the reader to enter the investigation with them. Whether I am writing fiction or nonfiction, the common thread is the search for truth. What happened? Why did it happen? What can be proven? And what remains when the evidence takes us to the edge of what we understand? If you enjoy a strong female detective, realistic investigative detail, psychological suspense, and a supernatural mystery that makes you question every explanation, begin with the N-9 protocol. You can find my books on Amazon.com by searching for Don Alter or the Detective Mara Calehart Paranormal Murder Mysteries. You can also visit donalter.com to explore the complete series, see my other published books, and order copies directly from me. Books ordered through donalter.com can be personally signed and personalized, which makes them ideal for gifts, collectors, or readers who want a copy prepared especially for them. You do not have to believe in ghosts to enter Mara Calehart's world. You only have to believe that evidence matters, that people keep dangerous secrets, and that sometimes the one fact that cannot be explained is the fact that matters most. Step inside a secured laboratory. Look at the evidence that should not exist. Meet Detective Mara Calehart and decide for yourself whether the killer is human, paranormal, or something far more dangerous than either one alone. Next time, this is Don Alter, inviting you to follow the evidence into the shadows.